Hi everyone, I'm Amelia and thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about posting trot and how you can actually ride a half halt and a little bit regulate your horse's tempo in the posting trot. I've had a lot of questions about this lately, so I wanted to give you some tips on that, and be sure to check out the link below and sign up for my free rider assessment quiz. All right, Uma, so we're going to get started here in the posting trot. And posting trot is a really useful tool because the posting trot does a couple of things. One is that it allows you to kind of get up off of your horse's back. So it's really useful on a young horse or in the warm-up to do posting trot so that you are not on your horse's back. A couple of things. So when you're doing the posting trot, is that you really want to think about like pivoting around your knee so that when you're posting that your lower leg doesn't swing back and forth, but that really it's from the knee up is where the posting happens. If you were to just look from the leg down, you should not be able to tell if you're posting or sitting. I have a hard time with this. My legs want to swing when I post. So that's one important thing. Another important thing is that when you post, your elbows need to a little bit bend and straighten. So like when you go in the saddle, your elbows bend. When you come out of the saddle, your elbows straighten. Otherwise, what happens is that your hands actually post with your seat, and that looks really bad. I have another video on the do's and don'ts of posting trot that I'll link below for you to watch. But so with that in mind, as I'm posting here, if I feel like my horse is rushing and I want to slow her trot down, I think about spending a little more time in the saddle. So I go into the saddle and then it's kind of like I can just barely get up out of the saddle in time for the next beat. So I'm still in the rhythm with her. I'm still going up, down, but I'm just thinking kind of like I'm like a sack of potatoes. Like I just can't possibly go any faster. I'm really posting slow. And you see how slow she's going. So that's all by my posting. I didn't really use any rein. I have a steady contact, but I didn't pull back at all. Now, if I want to go a little faster, I'm going to think about getting out of the saddle faster. So I'm going to start going up, 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 up. And you see how now she's going faster. Good girl. So this horse is really sensitive to my seat and really listens well to when I slow down and speed up. So let me show you, let me change direction. It's always so important when you ride that you do lots of changes of direction and go the same amount to the right as you go to the left. So again, if I want to slow down the posting, I'm going slow. Like I just can't possibly get out of the saddle. And you see how she's like now almost walking. If I want to speed her up, now I'm using a little leg, but I'm getting up, up. I'm speeding up my posting. Good girl. So that's really how you can change the tempo by using your posting. It's really important when you do this. So when you're posting the trot, you need to have a little tone like in your core and in your lower abs, so that you need to have a little tone in your core and your lower abs so that you're not just flopping around. That when I sit in the saddle, my hips and my lower back are moving with her as if I was in the sitting trot. So this is also really useful when you want to develop a lengthening trot. And in a lengthening trot, you want the strides to get bigger. So I can kind of dictate this with my posting where I say, come on. Now I'm using a little leg on her, but I'm saying bigger, 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 bigger. I'm staying longer out of the saddle to help get that lengthening. And then to bring her back, I'm posting a little, not quite as big, little half halts, keep her up, little half halts, little half halts. Good. Good girl. And then again for the lengthening, I'm thinking bigger, bigger, bigger. It's okay. Bigger, bigger. Good girl. And a little back again. So some of the common mistakes that I see people make in the posting trot, like I mentioned before, is if you're not a little bit bending and straightening your elbows and keeping your hands like right here on the fuzzy pad, what happens is your hands go like this. So when you're posting, your hands go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's really not a good look. Get going, honey. The other thing is that sometimes people swing a lot their lower legs. So their lower legs are kind of like going back and forth like this when they're posting. And that's what I was talking about before. Like, you really have to think about pivoting around your knee and keeping that lower leg super steady.